Yeah. All right, Shalom Makim, Waf. First and foremost, we want to start giving all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. God wants to the elder apostles of the great millstone, whom we well, peace and salutations to all the fellow laborers of the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, giving our diligence to make the call of their election sure. And we just gonna go in through the spirit, really we're gonna go in on E, because we at the last stretch. Esau is at the end, and he's trying his best to try to hold on to something that he can't keep, which is his kingdom. You can't hang on to something that's falling. All right, and Esau, he's falling, man. All right, you see what's going on, with these everyday Joe Schmo Edomites.
Yeah.
They're hoping that they can continue to hold on to what's vanishing away. White privilege, white supremacy. And right now they're divided. All type of skirmishes, a lot of backstabbing. It's a lot of division. Possibility of a civil war breaking out. That's because basically you on your way out.
Hey, it's like if I may say that civil war, if it pop off, that ain't even blacks versus, it's not even a race riot. That's Esau versus Esau.
Egyptian versus
Egyptian versus Egyptian. That's just them two, the leftist groups and the alt-rights and whatever else groups going heads.
You will have some simple-headed Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans join the sides.
Right.
Because that's who hold up this place, man. America. That's what gives America that notoriety, that power, man. This Jake, man.
That's it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But hey, this is how it's gonna end. This is him on his way out. It's going to end with a lot of commotion, a lot of confusion. All right, destruction, plagues, and it tells you that with Isaiah the 47th chapter, you ain't gonna be able to put it off. All right, you at the end of your world, man. You had your time. All right, fight it out, man, and y'all gonna fight to the death. Right? A nation divided against itself, it cannot stand but have an end. And the end is what? Is manifest. And we're witnessing that, man. Okay? And y'all got something y'all want to
Let me get this. I'm gonna hit verse 5 and I can jump to the top and come down. This is Isaiah chapter 45, 47. Verse 5, it says, "Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms." The reason I brought that up is because a lot of these groups, like the group that was throwing the tantrum out there at Capitol Hill, they was upset because they want this place to still be glorified, and they still want it to be the wonderful, excellent place that they remember from through their ancestry line. How they got their riches, how they got their power, how they had control of everybody and everything that came through here, and they watching it slip right through their fingers. It's not that lady of kingdoms anymore that everybody looks to and wants to get in bed with and and enjoy.
You could have just started at the top.
Yeah, I was going back to the top. I want to hit that lady of kingdoms part. Verse 1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." It says, "Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man."
Yep. So basically everything that you see happening is the Lord is breaking this place down. All right, he's breaking it down from within, and that's what we're seeing. All socially is being broken down, infrastructurally is being broken down, economically is being broken down, and spiritually, and you're starting to see that. That's why people are at each other's throats. Nobody trusts each other. You can't be politically. You have to slack. You have to be politically correct now.
Yep.
You know, everybody has a different of ideologies and opinions. Nobody agrees with each other. And the nations are seeing all this from afar. And they laughing at this place.
It's like it's a laughing stock.
Yeah.
It's the shithole country, man.
Babylon is a parody now, man. They getting entertained off of the fuckery, man.
Yeah.
Your own president is getting silenced on social media. He's getting his Twitter account indefinitely suspended, terminated. All type of stuff. So this place is definitely getting exposed, man. It is being brought down. The glory of this place is being brought down.
Hey, the wickedness being revealed.
Yep.
Esau's getting what they deserve. They brought forth nothing but wickedness and rape, robbery, and murder. Hey, the same thing. You're partaking of that cup now.
Right. There's more. It says,
read that last part again.
Verse 3.
Yeah, verse 3.
It says, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered; yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man."
Yeah. In other words, the shame that's being seen is being exposed, and while it's being exposed, you got the prophets, basically showing you your shame and prophesying against you, and we prophesying that the Messiah, or who the worldly call Jesus Christ, he's going to come back and he's going to do damage.
That's right.
He's gonna come help bring this place down even further. It's already being brought down, but the Lord's going to put the finishing touches on it when he shows up. He said he will not meet you as a man, meaning he's going to show up with his angelic entourage.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're gonna do what it do.
That's what makes it. That's what makes it so fitting that Yahweh Shai is coming back in the way with the type of force and power it's coming with, because this place has pushed out that type of energy. That it takes that balance of force to knock this place off, man. It's gonna take missiles. It's gonna take chariots. It's gonna take laser beams. It's gonna take what is this? I was talking about earlier.
ICBM.
No. Leviathan. It's gonna take Leviathan and all the things that's coming to the end of this current life situation. It's gonna take all of that to take this man out of power.
Yeah, it's gonna take his pride out. That's what needs to happen for Esau to get his pride, gets a pin. Say his pride is a balloon. All right. So the Lord is basically putting his pin, busting his pride, man. That's right. All these prophecies is gonna take that. Ancient Egypt. The Lord put 10 plagues on ancient Egypt for to basically bust the pride of Pharaoh.
Right.
Then he killed him at the end, man.
Yeah, he had to show them that your power is limited. Right. The Lord controls the level of power you have, so that you don't get beside yourself and try to exalt yourself over the highest, the highest,
right.
The highest of the highest, man.
It says he ruleth in the kingdom of men, but Esau forgets. That's why when you go in the 2 Thessalonians, you were talking about the wicked being revealed. That's how you know that that's this man, because he don't give reverence to the Most High about what he's doing. He thinks he's like the Most High. He painting him. He ain't dealing in truth. He puts himself up there as if he's the Most High, dealing as the Most High. And that all-seeing eye that's really of Yahweh, they use that as their emblem with their Illuminati, thinking that they can control all the people of the world, like the Most High controls all the things in the world, from the weather to the spirit that's going on in the earth through their witchcraft and their media, even the money. They control everything as far as on the earth, but they don't understand the Most High wants them to do that, and he's going to take them down in a great judgment.
Yeah. Hey, and every Edomite king that ever exalted themselves, like in the scriptures, like whether you read about Herod, or whether you read about Antiochus, whether you read about or even Nebuchadnezzar, they all had a God complex. So they pride was too high. So the Lord did things to basically remind them that they're just flesh. You're just a man on the earth.
Yeah, he turned Nebuchadnezzar into a beast.
Yeah.
He was roaming around the wilderness for
Let him
there was
grow.
3 years or something like that.
Yeah, eating grass and
Made
shit.
him grow feathers and shit.
Yeah. And this was the king.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the Most High brought him from like lower than an animal,
Yeah.
a beast. You know,
I forget which Edomite king that, I don't know if it was either Antiochus or if it was or it might have been both of them. But when they both got to the point where they were trying to be worshipped, the Lord plagued them with Antiochus, right? With the worms. Yeah. Yeah. He tried to, he tried to exalt himself and put himself up as a higher power. And the Lord plagued his ass, man, with worms, with a disease. That's spiritually, that's what the Lord is doing to Esau right now. This place is getting diseased. Is disease ridden, man. That's why it says we will not heal her, for she will not be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. And then it tells you, was that Isaiah 14th chapter, the worms.
Yeah, I was set up under the encouragement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm holding that one actually.
Yep.
Want me to read it right now?
Yeah, you can get it.
This is Isaiah 14.
Shalom to the Akim and the Akwaf tuning in.
It says, this is verse, verse 11. So it says, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Thy pomp is brought to the ground. The pomp is talking about you exalting yourself, exaltation. The pride and the loftiness. All right, and they're still proud, even though they're falling right now. They're losing their world.
They've been in gritty situations before, and they think they're going to get out. That's why the scriptures say the inward thought, because the Bible's in the discerner of the thoughts, right, and the intents of the heart. It said the inward thought is that their houses will continue forever. So they don't think they can be taken out of power.
They think America's going to go on for hundreds, thousands of years. They're looking down the line, like, our grandchildren, our great grandchildren. Hey, that's not going to happen. That's not going to come to fruition.
Yeah, when Esau get put in chains, that's when reality's going to hit them.
Yeah.
Because, at least in the bunkers and shit, they think they can come out the bunkers after nuclear destruction and build up their kingdoms again.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, if y'all really truly think that you're gonna dwell forever and never, and this is all here to stay, why the hell y'all got a doomsday clock?
Right. Hey, but they also believe they're gonna build got the space stations that they can go live on the moon or something.
So that's the elite.
Yeah.
The elite they go like, we're gonna leave the rest of these motherfuckers. Yeah. They gonna be the sacrifice. They can't. Yeah. If they're not a part of the bloodline, then you're not coming.
That's why I was laughing with the Cat Williams. It was a joke, but he wasn't joking when he said, "Them motherfuckers trying to leave us." I know, because they found a super Earth the same week I was on CNN. But they really are looking to try to do those things. But the Most High got control. He's letting them do all of that.
They're just falling right in the prophecy. Yeah. Amos 9. Amos 9. You try to go into heaven, and then he will bring you down. You try to go into
they exalt themselves as the evil. Set their mess on come.
Yeah. I got some. This is Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed his bounds that he cannot
When it
pass."
says the number of his months are with thee, meaning it's in your favor, man. It's not going to continue up forever. The Most High sped the time up for the elect's sake.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Finding out that Esau is trying to switch the time to, instead of 60 seconds being in a minute, you want to change it to 59 seconds. Yeah. Because they saying that the day, basically the time is speeding. And the Lord did say, he's going to shorten the days, man. Yeah. So it makes sense why Esau is moving so quick.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to hang on to what's slipping away. And it's being done in a timely manner. The devil coming down, having great wrath because he know that his time is short.
Yeah, but a short time.
Yeah, but a short time, man. Right. But hey, every kingdom had a beginning and an end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, every kingdom, and it doesn't matter what king sat on the throne, you had a successor and a predecessor.
Yeah, somebody before you,
Somebody
and
before you
after.
and somebody after you. All right, and Esau, you was prophesied to be the last one before the world of Jacob.
That's why Salaki. That's why he keeps trying to upset the prophecies by keeping Jake sleep and trying to keep killing off Jake and all the things he's doing.
Mhm.
You know that this jab is all about taking majority of Jake out. That's why they got you at the forefront of taking it to knock you out, hoping just like Herod tried to do, just like they tried to do in Egypt
Oh yeah.
with the
You kill Moses,
killing the children and
the
everything.
children, how
The
shine.
babies, yep. All the
Yes.
male children
That's
and whatnot.
eugenics.
That's what I'm
That was
saying.
eugenics back then.
Right.
They're doing it right now with the jab.
Mhm.
They ain't gotta get you aborted. They could just no, you could be here.
Yeah.
But take this potion.
Because it's either it's gonna sterilize you or it's gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, they make Jake the face of it. They put all these everything is geared towards Jake.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the so-called Indians or the heathen nations going out there, and you don't see them. When have you seen any heathen nation take the jab besides Esau?
Bro, they were saying,
No.
who said it? I think it was a brother that said it. He's like, how come if the shit started in Wuhan, how come Moab ain't taking it?
Right.
How come they ain't first on the list to take it? Why ain't it a priority for them to take it?
Right.
Why you
They
ain't looking out for them?
they still eating bat.
Yeah,
doing
they've been
that
eating
shit.
they've been eating bats since the all kind of wicked shit since the ancient world. So come on.
Mhm.
God, but you see in Wuhan, they Moab is over there partying. They had their New Year's celebration.
No social distancing. None of that.
And the number ain't really rose over there. It was like 80,000, or was it 80,000? And it's like 87,000 now. My brother brought to my attention. I was like, it ain't grew. But over here, the numbers just keep jumping. Every day is astronomical increases in the numbers.
Every day is a record.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You were still
That's
reading?
because this is beyond about a damn disease,
Right.
a virus. We all know what's going on, man. But Esau, he's doing this because he's on a time clock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to get shit done. He's in the midst of constructing his new world, so to speak. He's trying to work on creating a new world within the world that's falling and slipping away.
Uh-huh.
That's not gonna work, man. Now he's multitasking, and that's why all he's worried in the multitude of his councils. He's worried about too much. Militaries is all over the place.
The ancient Rome model is coming true again.
The nation's bolting up against you.
Trying to build a house that's on a landslide. As a landslide is, and the foundation is through.
You're trying to fix the ceiling because the rain is getting through the holes, but over here, this pillar over here is getting ready to fall, and then some mildew over here.
Termites and shit.
Yeah, it's come on, man. Yeah, this place is through, man.
Drunk ass destructive tenant living in here, putting holes in the walls and breaking shit up.
Fall apart, man.
Yeah, man.
You can't maintain that.
I got
Tommy, there's some on the comment board
too.
Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
Yep. And we know Esau is the basis, pursuant to Job the 30th chapter. He took them vile as low cave beasts and brought them to the top, man.
Yeah.
And got them just controlling every damn thing. But the Lord did that. But now the Lord he's permitting to, take them down. Because he rules in the kingdom of men. He sets up who he puts in the throne. Was that where it says the Lord put it down and set it up another?
Psalms 76.
Something like that. Psalm 78.
Something like that, yeah. I get it. Psalms
You put it down another.
75.
Mhm.
75 and 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
Yeah. So it's all in the plans of the Heavenly Father. Everything is of His will. All right. That's why in the Lord's Prayer, let Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
I got another pretty go.
And it even tells you in was that Colossians how Yahweh Shai, he created the dominions.
Yeah.
You read that in Colossians 1. He made the dominion. So it's like when you create if you direct a play, what's on that. You know each act on that stage represents a certain setting.
Yeah.
And certain key players, they come in at a certain act to fulfill their role. And then once that act is over with, they leave the stage.
Yep.
Then you get ready for the next act.
Yep.
Well, that's the different civilizations, the different kingdoms.
Yep.
Hey, William Shakespeare said the world is a stage, right?
Mhm.
So the Lord, He sets the stage. He puts who's ever going to be at the top. He puts whoever's going to be at the bottom. And then, vice versa. Remember,
He wrote the script.
Yeah. And it just so happened that, hey, we're at the time. We're at the time right now where the Lord is making everything get good. We're at the climax of the movie, and then the end is going to come, the ending. Okay.
Yeah, that's the crescendo part.
Yeah. Then the curtains is going to get closed.
Yeah.
Esau he's basically the curtain about to close on his ass.
And then it's going to be like, they're going to be like, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the end of it.
That's
That's the end of Esau's world.
Yeah.
Then the next movie starts with Israel rules, man.
Yeah.
For all
Forever.
eternity, man.
And Esau going to be like, yo, is this ever going to be over? Where's this movie go in?
World without end.
It's a world without end. Kind of.
Isaiah 45, man.
I got a script to go back over the brother read. This is Daniel 2:20. Daniel answered and said, "Blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever. For wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge unto them that know understanding."
That's plain. That's plain. And the brother posted it on the comment board. I don't know if brother went to it. The one in Colossians, one in 16. Somebody can go to it and start at 15.
All right, it's Colossians 1 and 15. Who is in the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature?
Yahweh Shai, the first spirit created.
Yeah.
And the Lord put it in him to create everything else. Go ahead.
For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in the earth.
So that means the angels, the demons. That's why the spirits were subject to Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities.
Whether they be thrones or dominions, meaning everybody got a chance to rule, man. And that's why I love how in 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, it talks about how Adam set this thing up and messed it up, if you will, but then he's going to fix it at the end. The last man, Adam, which is Yahweh Shai, which both were Yahweh Shai. He set it all up, then he had to perfect it and make it perfect by the end, which is what's happened now. Even down to the point of his existence, made the man on earth perfect, but we're about to make the world perfect in itself as well, coming into the kingdom of heaven.
And to show you how Yahweh Shai knew, how when he came down as Yahweh Shai, he knew what beast was in power pursuant to what Daniel prophesied.
Yeah.
That's why when they was expecting Yahweh Shai to bulk up against the Romans, the Lord said, if this was my kingdom, then my servants would fight, but my kingdom is not of this world. Because he was basically saying, this world this current world, this is current age, this is Esau. This is Esau's world.
Esau's time.
Khan. You know, and so that's set according to the will of the Father. I can't go against that.
And how
Plus, I made this.
Mhm. And how
You know?
fitting was that for Esau to have two back-to-back kingdoms when he was, I don't want to say rightful heir, but through tradition he was the heir, but through prophecy and through the word of the Most High, he got supplanted out of that. So he got almost the double portion of two rulerships back to back. You don't see the Babylonians getting two back-to-back rulerships. Really, if you really want to go deep, they got three. Because it was the Greeks, then the Romans, then the Byzantine, but then it went right back into the Edomites again, over here in the time now. So they've had their, and they've been wicked on every rule. So they're not fit to rule. It's clear that they're not fit to rule the world. Good thing it wasn't given unto them, but Yahweh knew that and set it up this way because the Most High gave them that through the Spirit.
Mm-hmm. That's plain, man. That was a quick. Yeah,
Finish reading this.
yeah, you finished that verse off.
It is whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
Yeah, that's plain. So, hey, Esau, everything that you see, the Lord made it. All this technology, hey, really the Lord made that.
Right.
That's why when you hear the apostles say, hey, the chip is the Most High. The missiles belong to the Most High.
Right.
Everything in the earth, it belongs to the Father.
Hey, because what does it say? It talk about something as hurtful as these missiles, and so on, so beasts and everything else. Said, what if the Most High willing to show His wrath? And that's part of the Most High's wrath.
Vessels fitted for
for destruction and the tender mercies fit for salvation.
Mm-hmm.
So that just shows you the Most High is not a power that won't show His wrath. Man, this is how He's going to show His wrath in the time to come.
Yeah.
That's why the missiles are here, because He wants that type of heat and fire. Was it the Most High that did Sodom and Gomorrah? You damn right. All of that go down here.
Did the flood?
Yep. That shouldn't be a question. But if it's a God of the earth that will do something like the flood, why can't it be a God of the earth that'll do something like what's coming, the fire that's coming?
Quick break. Proverbs 16. 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil.
And to finally get through this test on full front to really learn the lesson we were sent through with the serpent and Eve, sent us down that rabbit hole. Hey, he knew that this man had to be wicked in this last time, that we'd be at the worst case scenario up under this devil, so we would fully understand how much we needed the Most High and to follow the guidelines that He gave us with the statutes, laws, and commandments.
And they know that this devil had to be at the height of their wickedness. Like the wickedness that we see in this is like way past what they did in the Romans and the Grecian empires.
And we read about that. We like, oh my God, but this is worse.
This is worse.
That tells you, the Most High has to come down.
But back then, they wasn't destroying the ozone layer.
Right.
And putting plastic in the
water.
oceans.
Animals and whatnot.
They didn't have complete control over the whole globe. They had the hard control over the known world, but these devils controlling everything.
The airspace.
Yeah.
And they charge you for air and water, bro. Air and water, that's outside. They pollute what's out there and charge you for them cleaning it up with chemicals. That's how demonic this world has gotten. Okay, under the rule of this devil.
Confusion.
I got a quick precept for what he just read. This is Deuteronomy 10 and 14. It says, behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord's thy power. The earth also with all that is therein. So hey, the Lord, this is all really it all belongs to Him. Whether on the right hand or on the left hand. The missiles, Esau's military weapons, the chip, all his technology, all his devices. It really goes back to the Most High, man, on the left hand.
Hey, just like in Job, where Satan couldn't tempt Job unless the Most High allowed Satan to tempt Job. So that's what we're going through now. The Most High is allowing this devil to do what he's doing as an experiment like the one that Job went through, to prove that who will be faithful in this time. You got something?
Job represents the elect.
That's right. You're saying faithful and obedient and true, right?
It is Proverbs 21 at the top. When it reads, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will.
Meaning the Lord, the Lord is he has ultimate mind control over all his creation, including men. You know, he puts the spirit in Esau to make the moves he's making. You know, so and it's all just to fulfill his will, which is basically fulfilling the prophecy. All right, he got them getting ready to surround Iran for this Great World War. Well, the Lord is stirring them up to do that. You know,
That's right.
That's the Lord. The Lord got them fighting each other here in the States. Got them divided. That's the Lord stirring that up, man.
That's right.
He's stirring their minds like the helm of a ship. You know. It's beautiful to see. You know, because really this is a marvelous act of the Heavenly Father, man. A lot of people, they just don't have that. You know, they don't have that the spiritual, understanding behind what's happening on a world scale. They don't see it. You know, but the Heavenly Father he's putting in work right now, man. If the scriptures tell you to measure the time diligently, man.
That's right.
You know, you can see this is all the Heavenly Father's doing. Right? They're about to demonize anybody that if you have any type of belief system that's outside of the social construct or norm that the globalists are setting up, you pretty much gonna get persecuted. They're gonna start coming against people that's not willingly bowing down to the image of the beast.
If you're too deep into Christianity, they gonna get you. If you're too deep, and this is stuff that they into.
Yeah.
If you're too deep into Christmas, they gonna get you. Halloween, they gonna get you. They gonna find a reason to demonize you. Anything that you're going too deep into, they want you simple and on the surface where they can control you and understand how you moving and thinking.
And everything that all these people are in are off. If it ain't the truth.
That's right.
You know, so all these ways that people think that they God and they're gonna go this way, and all these philosophies and deities, it's off. It's not according to this truth. Right? This is the only thing that's gonna save you and redeem you out of these times that we're coming in. You know.
Ooh, yeah, I seen the point. It's like they were making a point about the sword. He gave Esau the sword to live by, and then told Peter to put his sword away, and just paraphrasing the scripture they put. But then he says in Matthew 26:52, it says, then said Yahushua unto him, put up again thy sword into his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. And then what did we get told?
Weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
That, but what's the other one?
Spiritual and natural.
No. So like what he said,
Weapons of warfare.
vengeance is mine.
I will repay.
Yeah, I will repay. Meaning he gonna do the heavy, dirty work and kill him.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
We're going to practice mercy.
Yeah. The Lord, his determination is to gather the nations that he may pour upon of his indignation.
Right. That he may pour upon
his
indignation.
Yeah. It just so happened that he in the kingdom he gonna use us.
Oh yeah. Right.
We definitely don't get that get back, but we gotta wait on the Lord.
Yeah. Right. And that's the point. It's through him that we're gonna be able to become threshing instruments and swords versus being carnal with them.
That's what the scripture says. Thou art my battle axe and weapon of war.
Right.
Because when you also go back to Ezekiel, the 25th chapter, in the 12th verse, it talks about how the Lord is going to put that fire and anger that he has for Esau into us. You know?
Let me read this real quick to back you up. This is Isaiah 63 and 4. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
So the Lord been meditating on what he's coming back to do since he went back to the spirit world.
We always say your heart is your mind, and it's synonymous. So that vengeance is on Yahweh Shai's mind.
Right.
You know how when you just like when you about to go and pop off with somebody that you've been wanting to get for a long time, and you just rubbing your hands like, oh man, I can't wait to get this nigga. I could taste it right now. The Lord, he's been in the spirit world for over 2 days, going on 3 days now, and he's been he's been rubbing his hands together, man, and the angels too. They're gonna be right behind me. They
he didn't even bring
just imagine,
he didn't even bring vengeance when he came back in his angelic state. After he came out the grave.
Oh yeah, you talking about the 40 days. Yeah, no, he was just like, no, I'm just come to my disciples, and I'm gonna set y'all straight. He was cool. It still wasn't the time yet.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why they came to him was like, is this the time we're gonna restore?
They was ready. They
was ready to knock it down.
They was ready. He was ready to take the devils down back then.
He had the power, but that wasn't the time. Things still have to be fulfilled according to promise.
That deadly wound had to be healed.
Right.
He had to still come to John the Revelator. That was
all those other, which was basically we in that time,
and because it wasn't just about taking them out, he had to prove of Jake or the Israelites who was faithful unto him, even unto death, and not take that mark. If he was going to be carnal and want to take the mark of a mortal man on the earth, or was you going to be spiritual and take the mark of exemption of Yahweh Shem Shah, of our living power,
Yeah, back up, the brother said we're going to be made battle axe and weapons of war. There's a Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse, I'm going to start at verse 16. It says, therefore, I'll start at 15. It says, but the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. We know his right hand is Yahweh Shai.
Right.
It says he shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. So he's gonna weaponize Israel, starting with the elect. So that's why it says to we gotta wait patiently. Was that Baruch 4 and 20, I think 22 or 25 or something like that. It says to wait patiently upon him who smite us.
I got a pretty go with that, what you said. This is Proverbs 20 and 22. Say not thou, I will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord, he shall save you.
Plain. That's plain. Give me that in Baruch 4.
Baruch 4 and
oh yeah, that's pretty. I know what you're talking about, bro.
I think it's Baruch 4 like 20 something.
Yeah.
Everlasting. Save you.
25.
25.
My children suffer. Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Yep. 24. Yeah. 25. It says, Baruch chapter 4 verse 25. My children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High.
Yeah, because really the wrath that's come down, from this devil is really from the Heavenly Father. Can
I tie it real quick? Tie it in because this is still punishment with all these other captivities for us breaking the statutes, laws, and commandments way back then. From under Mount Sinai, when we agreed to keep these statutes, laws, and commandments perfectly, and then from that moment on, when we did not, we had to go through this to the point that the Most High tried to make an easier way for us with the sacrifices to get out of it, the Day of Atonement and all of that. But what happened? We continued to try to manipulate the Most High and get over it to the point that he put us into this heavy bondage and captivity that we're into now. Okay, so it still is his wrath. But on many folds, the other kingdoms have to get their chance and dominion on the earth as well. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to mention, like it says in Isaiah the 60th chapter, the 10th verse, it said, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
That's right.
So basically we had to, get disciplined. The Lord had to chasten us. He had to put the holy hell on us so that we don't go off again. But now we're at the point where the Lord's going to reverse his wrath and take that from Israel and place it upon these heathens.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Those
now
curses.
they finna feel the curses.
Mhm.
That's why Esau, your kingdom is slipping and you catching all this hell, because really the Lord is slapping those curses on your ass now.
Right.
Because it's time for you to come down.
They started to smite them with madness.
You smite
You
ass with
see, the other
madness.
day they looked like
Their
they.
eyes evil towards each other.
Yep.
You know,
We
you
just
still thugged out as mice at Capitol Hill. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
They was out there. They was on some thug shit.
Yeah.
But we would not call them thugs. It's okay. We know what a thug look like.
Yeah.
Just like we call the 2/3 thugs that be out there in marches and rallies and protests and riots and whatever else. Same way we call y'all. They all niggas. Really.
Yeah, them the true niggas right there.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake learned to be a nigga from E, man.
That's why they call them my niggas.
Yeah.
You know.
There's some niggas over there sitting back like, man, that was me.
Mhm.
I would have did this.
Yeah.
I would have grabbed, some Jacob there thinking what they would have did if they was in the Capitol building.
You got shot.
Yeah, Jake definitely would have got popped right there on the line.
I'm gonna read that whole verse. Baruch 4:25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly
in
you
your
gonna
kingdom,
start to
that
see
never
his-
happened to you.
Would you read bro?
Baruch 4:25.
Yeah, suddenly you just gonna see his ass fall to his destruction, man. And then before you know it, you're gonna be whooping his ass, man. You're gonna be putting chains on him.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna be ruling over him with rigor.
Mhm.
All right, you're gonna be ruling over him with a rod of iron. Okay, you're gonna be doing unto him as he did unto you. You're gonna be rewarding him for the things that he done against you. So that's why we have to, wait, on the Lord for it. And it's beautiful just sitting back and seeing how everything is unraveling.
Yeah.
You know,
Because it's like everything that we talk about and prophesy about is happening.
Mhm.
How many times do we bring out that sedition amongst men?
Yep.
And it's happening.
Watching them divided and fighting each other, man.
I wanna make a note of something. We normally know that's off according to the spirit of great millstone, but there was Israelites out there prophesying unto you as you was doing that fucking. You know, now we wouldn't be out there in the chaos like that, but how boldly is that to push it, to mush you in your face, Esau? While you in your lowest moment, you got the future rulers just standing there telling you what's about to happen to you.
Mhm.
So we don't always just go hard against these other camps. It ain't all about just shaming these other camps, even though that was an off move being out there,
Mhm.
but they still were out there and they still teaching Israel, and they still told his devil to his face, hey, that your shit is over.
And that's why Esau had to come back with the damage control.
Mm-hmm.
These black hate group extremists
So
coming
the
down
party lost it.
with clubs in their hand,
Yeah.
trying to put extras on it. But hey,
Yeah, we should ask how many
Like,
people.
we the worst.
How many people were hit with clubs?
Hey,
Right.
right? And
We seen a woman get her
what
neck popped open.
I was just about to bring it up. Everybody else had guns. They had sticks. Really?
Stabbed.
Really?
It was
Yeah,
the stabs.
But I'm saying, if they was out there for violence, no one Esau carried a gun. They out there with staffs, and I'm gonna call them sticks. We supposed to be fighting out there. We're supposed to be having. That ain't out there for that. Y'all showed up with guns, and somebody got shot. Okay, let's keep the reality where it's really at. Let's not keep the manipulation going like Eli could do in his favor.
Yeah.
The truth is
You got to do all
It's
that.
time.
You got to be an accuser mode.
yeah.
You know, you got to be that accuser.
Yeah.
And right now, the elites are at the point where they want to accuse everybody, man.
Yeah.
We want to silence everybody. We want to lock everybody up. All right. We want to reduce a great number of you. That's where we at with it.
They're
Right
probably
now.
like, we should have never put the freedom of speech thing out there.
You never should have gave y'all the internet.
That's what Jay Rockefeller said.
Yeah.
We should have never invented the internet. Should have never been invented.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's how your ass got exposed. That's how the man of sin is being revealed.
And it's beautiful how the Most High hid it in His word through prophecy. It was always meant to be created and always meant to do the heavy lifting for the prophets.
That's right.
Hey, it was at Jeremiah first chapter where he basically told Jeremiah, you know, basically what I'm gonna put into your mouth to speak. I'm gonna cause you to pull down these the nations.
That's right.
You know,
Yep.
you see that almond tree, you see how quick it grows. Well, that's how fast I'm gonna make this word come to pass.
Yeah, because this type of situation will take centuries even to take somebody on this level out of power. But the Most High is making speedy riddance of this thing, and it's going to be even faster when you see how it all came to naught in less than an hour.
Yeah, he's gonna make this place fall quicker than it rose.
Yeah.
You know, they even had all type of wars. They did a lot, man. The so-called founding fathers, the elites, they put everything into this system, man.
You ever see how they demo a building like a skyscraper or something? How it just boom, 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 it just comes down. It takes probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years to build that structure. Similar to America. Look how long it took to America to build this, this wicked ass kingdom that we live in, 400, 500 plus years. And with it going down in an instant, man, that's going to show you true power of the Lord.
Revelation 18:10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment come.
1 hour has thy judgment come. Somebody got I hope it's still. In Isaiah 47.
There's one in Zephaniah.
Is it the
Make
one?
a speedy riddance.
What's the one in Isaiah 47? Well, both of these shall come to you in 1 hour. Is that 47 still?
The loss of
47
and 9.
Yeah, that's bring it. Then I want to read the one, and I want you to read that again.
Point.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day.
Start at 8.
We
talk about what
Therefore hear now this, thou that are given unto pleasures.
Now here's the messed up part, tying this back into the point of the lesson today, right? He's holding on to it, and as he's getting closer to fulfilling it, it's slipping through his hands.
Yeah.
And he's not expecting it. If something's falling, the more time you have of it falling, the more chance you have to catch it. Well, the Most High is going to make it fall in his hands super quick. Okay, and that's the point. You can't hold on to it because it's falling too fast.
And the Lord is allowing you to reach the pinnacle before he actually knock your shit all the way down. It's like you let somebody build up in Legos when you was a kid. You built the sandcastle or the Lego blocks or whatever. You put it together.
Put that
you get all the way
on top.
Get that final piece.
And
just get that shit out of here, man. That's what the Lord is doing with you.
Or you know how dominoes.
Yeah.
Dominoes.
They just go all That's how he's all the way at the end, and then someone come by and fuck it up.
That's why it says with that Job the 20th chapter in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Yeah.
You know, and that's and the brother that posted it. He posted what I was thinking. Malachi 1:4. Jeremiah showing the gospel. Yeah, Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom said, "We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places." Thus saith the Lord of hosts: They shall build, but I will throw it down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the whole world can agree to that.
Right.
And you are the border of wickedness, man. And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. All right, forever, man. You gonna tell the Most High stop bearing a grudge? Y'all shall not. You better not tell him that.
Hey, they said the Most High got to apologize for sorry. So he already.
He's through.
Pride is on.
Yeah. Most High gave you a straight consolation prize. You got the rule for so many years.
In the way you want to. There's no major rules to the way you have to rule. That's a rule.
You got to abide by the laws.
Right.
You make up your own laws.
Yeah. But he had to prove the point that if you didn't live by the rules, that your kingdom was going to fall. And that happened with every other kingdom until this kingdom that we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. And let's hit that so we can get back to
This is Isaiah 47 and 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart.
That's how he ruled his kingdom, in pleasure. Whatever his heart desired, he did. Right?
That sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Meaning nobody else gonna get on the level that I'm on.
That's that God complex. That's a statement that a proud individual that think he's on the level of what God would say. The Heavenly Father, he's the only one that can say he is. You know,
America's like that queen, the queen, how these women are, the queen.
Yeah, the black woman is God's spirit.
Yep.
Yeah, well, America has that, you know, America is God, you know, the white America. You know, our technology, our military, we're God. Our science, you know, trust the science, that's God. You know? Yep.
That dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know.
How you know? You don't know. We can read the scripture that the Most High ruled it and tells you what your kingdom and when your dominion is going to end. But this is how America has been built up to feel like his kingdom can't be taken. So the more he try to grip his hands into it, the more it falls through his fingers.
But the pride of thine heart hath deceived you.
Yeah.
All right, and for kind of, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Yep, for all the wickedness you can push on the earth, Most High gonna take you out swift in a quick moment. Okay, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen in literally less than an hour. Like from 1 hour to the next, it's gonna be gone.
With 30 minutes for the missiles to get over.
Yeah, so by the time they blow up, like you know how short an hour is in the scheme of history and time, in the scheme of rulership. Damn, that's fucked up. Supposed to be snapped from you just like that, and most of your people taken out too.
You can't do shit now. Bro.
You done. You got no army. You got no land. You got nothing.
You got a bunker. You probably can't even get to it.
And the missiles you thought you was ruling the world with are now just shot off on you. How cold is that? A plot twist for you.
Yeah, that's probably 2 more verses. Verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said,
trust the science.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, trusting his witchcraft, his form of
Because you see, science is like the top knowledge on the earth right about now. It's not spirituality. It's not the knowledge of wisdom with the Most High. It's all about science. That's how they prove that it's good or not. Well, let's see how science gets you with these Maxine Waters jabs.
Yeah, the Esau science. Science means to know. You know? The scriptures are our science. Right? Esau got his own science on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and it tells you in the Apocrypha the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
Yep.
You know, so he's exalting his wickedness as wisdom. You know, he basically his light is actually darkness. Is that Job the 10th chapter? Yep.
Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee.
The more you try to put yourself in that stable position as ruler upon earth, evil's coming upon you. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not know from whence it
rising.
riseth.
Yeah, it's rising.
And mischief shall
because it's coming from every angle. That's why you don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from every angle.
Yeah.
The brother named all the angles, spiritually, monetarily, everywhere. The curses is coming on you. Your own people coming against you.
Yeah.
You don't know. China want their spot. The Middle East want a spot.
China like, yeah, y'all need to move over. It's our turn now.
As soon as they said Joe Biden got in, here come Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
talking shit again. He ain't talked shit in 3 years,
Yeah.
3.5 years. He's back talking
He gonna
shit.
start testing missiles and
Yeah,
stuff.
we already know.
He said that he was gonna get some nuclear subs and stuff.
He
So
ain't tested in 3 years, bro.
he got it now.
He got it. He got it, bro.
And you got Iran. They like we got some secret nuclear missiles in underground that we got. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so they're basically saying, you know, something gonna pop off, man. Y'all need to hand Trump over to us. We need to get his ass for what he did.
Yeah.
So basically, these nations, you know, it was at one point in time where they wasn't this bold against America like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they witnessed,
yeah,
but they're witnessing, you know, the influence is leaving, and you know, with all this fighting going on in house, they can see that, man. They looking outside, they looking through the window and seeing that, hey, shit it ain't all popping like they say it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it look like furniture moving up in that house.
Yeah.
You know, we might have a chance with this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, America's not. It's not as strong as it once was. You know,
It's still strong.
Yeah.
That's why it's still, you know, the top leading nation. But they're starting to see that it's starting to dwindle.
Past its prime.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Obadiah, the third verse. You know, I have made these small among the heathen that are greatly despised.
Yeah.
You know, so the Lord's going to bring great evils from all fronts upon you devils, man. The scriptures talk about the calamity of Esau,
Mm-hmm.
and that's and you're undergoing, you know, those calamities.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but hey, this is you answering for all the wickedness that you spread out in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Recompense to that. Yeah.
and this is just the beginning of it, man.
Yeah.
This is like the beginning of an ass whooping before you get the actual ass whooping. Yeah, like you get cussed out, you might get smacked.
with the belt and shit. Yeah.
You might get your
mouth popped and
pop your lip, you know what I'm saying, your upper lip and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still talking shit.
Yeah.
Not knowing the big ass will be coming. And somebody was going to get the belt. Well, this is what's happening. Why they going to get the belt? We'll get a switch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop your sister ass. You get one?
Right. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth,
Mm-hmm.
and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off.
And this is mischief. The whole world's looking at your mischief, man. You can't even count votes right. I'm struggling out here, man. It's simple
Can't even have a regular election.
Can't do nothing. They knew, everybody knew you was bullshitting anyway, but now you making it plain.
Yeah.
You know, like, damn, you made this obvious that y'all cheating, that y'all can't even count votes. In 2 elections back to back, your own people saying that it ain't been counted right.
They even saw the shame in that COVID relief bill.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell you take this big ass lump of money I know y'all ain't got, but you're gonna distribute most of it everywhere but to your own citizens.
He's gonna distribute it abroad.
Yeah.
Come on.
There's billions going to other countries.
Yeah.
For democracy in their land. Well, what's going on over here though?
People getting kicked out of their homes, can't pay bills, don't have jobs.
They give them $600 like that's gonna do something.
Yeah.
Oh, they even fucked up the $600 to like, I think it was like over 10 million Americans.
Yeah.
Like they send it to like other addresses and shit.
Yeah, other bank accounts.
Yeah. It's through, man.
Yep.
America is become a shit show. It's just one big clusterfuck.
Yep.
You know?
All the confusion.
Yeah.
You know how the scripture written within Lamentations 2, how it goes into us and it says, "Is this the city of perfection?"
Oh, man.
That's how the nations are seeing America now.
Yeah. Oh, it says that in Isaiah 14. As he become as weak as we, how thou, Lucifer, how thou been brought down to the grave or to the ground. I forgot how I worded directly. So was it on that?
Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee.
No matter what you do, you're not gonna save your kingdom. You can't band-aid it up. You can't fix it. You can't get a better grip. It's gone.
You can't vote
Can't
for
put
it.
it off. Yeah, can't vote for it. There's not a ruler coming into this country that's going to turn things around.
Mhm.
You can't, well, you will, but you can't print, money and give $1 million to every citizen in America. It still ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real quick. This is Nahum,
Yeah.
chapter 3.
I was over there.
Go ahead. Go ahead and grab it.
What scriptures on
Not, verse 19.
Nahum 3 and 19. There is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous.
Hey, this wound right here, like it didn't hit a vital organ. So you're on your deathbed. You still trying to pull. You trying to fight. You trying to pull through. You trying to breathe a certain way.
You try to put your hand over it so you don't bleed out.
Yeah.
Too late.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the stage this place is in now. We in pain, but we all right. We gonna get over this.
Suck it up. It's all right.
Joe ass dying.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that movie, The Jackal?
Bruce
He
Willis?
shot her. Yeah, he shot her through the sofa. He was like, "Look." He looked at her wound. She was breathing all funny, and he said, "Look, you put your hand there, buy you a few minutes, because the blood is coming out is black. Meaning your life is over."
That's it.
That's where America's at. You can hold it, but it's only going to sustain you a few more minutes. If you let go, it's a wrap right now. That's America right now. You holding on, trying to perform this, it's only going to sustain you a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Well, 59 seconds, not even a full minute, right? But it's inevitable that you're gonna die. That's what he was telling her in the movie. He was telling her it's inevitable that you're gonna die. You got it, bro.
All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee. For upon whom has not thy wickedness passed continually?
Man.
And that's all the nations, man. That's not even just including us. That's everyone. Hey, that as the brother went into that image, the image of the beast has been that cup has been passed to all the nations, man. Hey, that's why you have so many of these nations rebelling and being mad, man. Because their women have picked up the customs of America. Hey, and their men has done the same, man. Their men have gotten weaker. Their women have become whorish or more whorish.
It's ruined their ancient customs
Kind.
and their ancient lands to where it's polluted now. They done polluted the whole earth now. This man's existence on the planet has polluted the whole earth. And even places where he wasn't even really welcome are starting to see the pollutions.
I want to read a couple versions, translations of that same verse. Nahum 3 and 19 in the NLT. It says, "There is no healing for your wound. Your injury is fatal.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
All who hear of your destruction will clap their hands for joy."
Yeah. The bully
But really,
that.
We definitely, like when the Lord finally comes back and deliver us out of here, man. We're gonna be the main ones rejoicing. The ones that's gonna be welling is the merchantmen.
Yep.
All those different
The ones they say that stood afar and saw
yeah. That's China.
China's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
China's gonna. America's going down. They
don't got nobody to sell all that shit to.
Yeah. Bullshit too.
Yeah.
Making a bunch of
Shit on
bullshit.
wish.
Yeah, bro. Making a bunch of bull over there.
It says,
Jordans.
It says, "Where can anyone be found who has not suffered from your continual cruelty?" And the NIV says, "Nothing can heal you. Your wound is fatal. All who hear the news about you clap their hands at your fall. For who has not felt your endless cruelty?" Yeah, because this country has done a lot of evil. You didn't drop bombs on everybody.
They drop bombs every day.
Yeah. They said under the Obama administration, they dropped over 26,000 bombs. Under Trump, they said at least every 12 minutes a bomb has been dropped. That's why in Jeremiah it says that this place is the hammer of the earth.
Right.
You know, the great devastator of the earth. You know, so people are going to rejoice when they see your fall, especially us, because hey, our blood was shed here. Woe unto you that built up a town with blood and established a city by iniquity.
Gotta read this one if I can.
The blood of the saints was shed here, man.
Can I read this one?
It's
His home. No, you got it. You got it.
Psalms 58:10. The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance. He shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Yes.
And he gonna immerse himself in the amounts of blood. It says it's coming up to a horse's bridle, but his garments would be stained like he was treading the wine press. With all the splashing and just drip with blood, man. That's the type of killing that Yahushua is gonna have to do. And we're gonna rejoice at seeing the vengeance of the Heavenly Father.
That tells you that it was at Proverbs 11:10 when the righteous rejoice at their fall. Here, let me grab that real quick and then get precept.
I got it.
Yeah, Proverbs
It's
11:10.
Proverbs 11:10. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoiceth. And when the wicked perish, there is shouting.
When the wicked perish, there is shouting, man.
Yep.
Meaning what? Shouting as in rejoicing.
That's right.
You know? Call Allah Yah Basham Yahushai, man. A Bible ball. Yeah, we probably gonna be yelling that, man. A Bible ball, Bible ball. It might shake the the firmament.
Yeah.
You know? Because we're gonna be witnessing the reward of the wicked, man.
That's right.
You did too much. You did too much, man. You know? That was that 2 Ezra 15, your hurtful works are fulfilled.
That's right.
You know?
Reached up to the heavens and have been fulfilled. Yep.
Come
That was it on that?
Psalm 7:15. He made a pit and dug it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate.
I mean, this Isaiah 14 has been on fire.
Oh yeah, we can definitely go to that.
Yeah,
Also, get Jeremiah 50
Yep.
as well, since I mentioned it. Jeremiah 50 and 23.
I was going to answer it too.
14?
Get Jeremiah 50 first, and then
50 and what? 23?
Yeah, 50 and 23.
This is Jeremiah 50, verse 23. How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon
Hey,
become?
it's a lot. If the waterfall, y'all hitting these precepts too, man. For participating in the spirit. There you go.
How was the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware.
And that precept further proves that America is definitely Babylon the Great, because the fact that the Lord called it the hammer of the earth. When you look up that word hammer in the Hebrew, the word is patayash, and it says forge hammer. In the Chaldean lexicon, it says metaphorically of Babylon is called the hammer, i.e. devastator of the earth. This place can cause a lot of devastation in the world.
Everywhere that this devil is, they destroy. You know, they all over the world. They got embassies and set up, but just not physically, but spiritually and mentally, they destroy these nations too.
And it's twofold, because a lot of the places where they have these embassies, these countries get tired of what they're doing in their land, and they'll drop bombs, not drop bombs, but do certain terrorist attacks on embassies and insurrections and whatever else.
If you had a U.S. embassy in these times, you through.
Yeah,
they you know, you better try to
consulate.
You better try to retreat back. You know, you can't take you with judgment, but you in the American embassy, Them people going, man. They gonna really tear y'all ass up, man.
Yeah. Hey, there was a quote. They saying that they don't know if it was from Mark Twain or Abraham Maslow, but basically the quote goes, if your only tool is a hammer, then every problem looks like a nail. And really, that's how America always solved their problems, is by just going out and getting their way. Hammering everybody.
Accept our deal, accept our agreement, or else. You know, they'll go they put sanctions on people, but eventually behind those sanctions is war.
The threat of war.
The threat of war. You know.
Yeah, the first thing he'll do is he'll set up a coup. He'll send he'll fund some rebels.
Yeah.
Set up a coup to try to overthrow your government, and if that don't work, then he's gonna he gonna shoot down from heaven.
Yeah, that's them using their deception also, because they started many wars with saying, they're harming their people, or we're coming to save these people. Esau comes with all kind of shit, man.
I think he paints the leader of that nation as a wicked dictator,
terrorist,
and then he pressures the other nations to pressure that program to remove that guy, or else.
Yeah, to be in alliance with them to remove whoever, and they've done it. They did it with what's my man's name in Cuba?
Fidel
Castro, Idi Amin. They demonized all these people.
Gaddafi.
It might have been Gaddafi. I'm thinking somebody. Me and Cardell was somewhere. They were telling us, "Hey, like it over. Hey, we don't hate it over there. We love it. They have free health care, free dental. Like they was like the social things that dictator, I'm calling him dictator, brought into for the people. Like they love it. I think it was Gaddafi. They said they had all types of good stuff going on, under them. But America demonized them to make all the other pressuring the other nations to take it.
I heard that. I don't know how true it is. They said Castro was trying to save his people from America.
And now every time you try to get on a level, you got in bed with this harlot, and now every time you try to get out of bed with her, she come back and she poisons you, Black Widow you.
She gave you something.
Yeah, she left you with a fatal STD. I got it.
Yep. And if somebody get Isaiah 14, the brother posted.
This is Second Esdras, chapter 11, and I'll start at 39. Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them?
That I made to rule.
And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
Let's talk about the Roman Empire. And we know that this is the reincarnated Roman Empire. Go ahead.
It had power over the world with great fearfulness.
Just like America. I mean, ancient Rome had that the respect of all the nations. America had the same respect. You didn't want to go to war with them, man.
They were deep. They had all type of advanced
militarily.
Yeah.
Just
like now they got all these new missiles, and back in the ancient world, Rome had all the new catapults and things that shot swords, and they had all that type of stuff.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
What much wicked oppression, man. Throwing sanctions on everybody.
So you can't tell
tariffs.
Which kingdom they talking about. It's still a rebirth of the same kingdom. But all this applies literally to America. That's how we know that it's the rebirth after the deadly wound was healed.
And it has dominion and influence over the world. And that's, because you study the ancient Roman Empire, they conquered all the known world. So all these other countries in the known world, they were just vessels under Rome.
And then how they put was it Jerusalem where they put who was the Herod?
Yeah,
Now they put
Yeah.
different leaders. You know how they got these public leaders set up in all these countries in South America, all over the world. They got public leaders that go along with the agenda of the elites.
Because Herod was a tear.
He was straight cracker.
Yeah, he
man.
was a tear. He looked
he had some melanin.
yeah, melanin, so he was like
married
Obama almost.
a Evite. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's the same way they do the puppet leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth,
Mm-hmm.
for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
Yep.
Therefore is
And
that
you did treacherously with those that weren't treacherous with you.
Yeah,
You know?
Isaiah 30.
Isaiah 33.
Yeah, 33. So
You know, people try to keep the peace, and you stab them in the back, man. You wage war against them. You even put certain nations that were at peace with each other against one another. You know,
Kind of like the Koreas.
the Korea, yeah, prime example, man. North Korea, South Korea, the division is Esau ass, man.
Yeah.
The reason why there's problems between India and Pakistan, is fucking Esau, man.
If you fall into straits, you'll find him there first.
yeah.
He's always right there on the scene because he be the cause of shit, man.
verse 43. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty.
Sins that reached unto heaven, man. All right. And hey, mind you, this is still talking about the ancient Roman Empire, but this applies to Babylon now. It's twofold, man. All right, because this is the extension of that same system, being ruled by the same people, back in their lot, doing the same shit, man. Go ahead.
Verse 44.
Hell, Shalakia, what they say about Trump, that they compare him to Nero.
Yeah.
You know, that's Caesar Nero in reincarnation. Okay, all them Caesars, they all then came back through the presidency, man. Go ahead.
Verse 44. The highest also had looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled.
And that goes with hurtful words.
Hurtful words are fulfilled. Yeah.
It therefore appeared no more, thou eagle.
That eagle. All right, you exalt yourself as that eagle. That's how you link Esau, Edom with Rome. Right? For you Edomites and you scholars, I like to say Esau is done away with. Well, no, that eagle is still here. You exalt yourself as the eagle.
And you're not gonna take that glory from yourself to say y'all wasn't the Greeks and the Romans.
Right.
Y'all Edomites wasn't the Greeks and the
They
Romans.
love saying that until
Because they say
comes to the
civilization
scriptures.
started with them.
Yeah.
Until it comes to this, that's when they're like, oh,
Yeah. To the end of
yeah.
Right.
their rulership.
Okay. Verse 45. And therefore appeared no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth.
That's his whole structure.
Yeah, everything.
No more your structure that make you your other kings or presidents or whatever you want to call it.
That beast system.
Yeah.
That all the earth may be refreshed, it may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment.
Since thou art cut down, no fellow has come up against us. You know, basically, since Esau's taken out of the way, there's not going to be anybody that's just chopping down nations like that. Yeah.
Being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her.
That's it, man. You know, so things are gonna go back to peace. And our earth is gonna be refreshed.
Mhm.
All right, basically, the strength is gonna be given back to the earth once the devil is taken out of power.
Yeah.
All right, because right now is mourning and languishing. It lost its strength because of this beast. You know, so now somebody can get Isaiah 14.
There's Isaiah 14. Did you understand that? 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, you can start up there.
Yeah, 4. This is Isaiah 14 and 4. Time. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai hath broken the
In
staff.
America's that golden city now. Okay, it's the golden city that's got to be brought down. It's got to have an end to it. No matter how you struggle, hold on, and fight for it, it's still got to go down. It's prophecy of Yahweh that it has to go down.
Precept on the golden city. Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Read that again in Isaiah.
There's Isaiah 14 and 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked. That's like a 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke. He that ruled.
That's the violence that you just read about in Second Ezra. You know, the earth is filled with the violence because of the man who lives by the sword.
It's a continual stroke, and that goes with Ezekiel 35th chapter. It said you had the perpetual hatred. When our iniquity had an end, it said you that continuous stroke, that continued, killing, beating, working Jake to death, all of that stuff, man.
Yeah, it also goes into how they furthered the affliction.
Yeah.
It's continuing. It says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feather is come up against us.
Once Esau's taken out the way, once Esau's taken out the way, we're gonna have the people gonna rejoice because we ain't gotta worry about this wicked dude coming up against you for no reason. It's like that nigga in the hood that's like Devo, always fucking with you just for no reason, punking you and shit. And then all of a sudden he go to jail. You're like, man, the hood is better now.
Everybody get a break.
Yeah, nigga get killed.
Yeah, nigga get killed and everybody rejoices and shit.
It ain't gonna be no more Christmas. Going out in the forest, cutting down the fir trees, evergreen trees.
Yeah, you ain't got to tug in your chain because you know what I'm saying. 'Cause normally he take your chain. You got some gold on you. When you look up that word, golden city, it actually means exactness of gold. Meaning
It's like Esau taxes,
and it like a taxation,
yeah,
extortion.
Like you go about 40, homie.
Yeah, count.
You get paid, but Esau takes 15% of your check. Like,
and then every year I give you an allowance out of what I took from
what I took.
Yeah.
I think 8. I don't know. 7.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy palm is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yep. The Lord giving you the Antiochus treatment. Okay. You getting broken down from the inside out. All right. And there's gonna be nothing left after it but to burn you.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It reads, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Oh, light bearers.
Come.
You know, how are you falling? You know, what happened to your magicians and your witches and warlocks and your
Science.
your scientists and why they can't help you out of falling. Look where your monetary system, your economic system is going.
Like the scripture say, how have all the wise men been destroyed out of
Teachers. Yeah, the wise men out of Teeman. Yeah, man, you're losing your wits, man. Everything that you do is getting picked apart. Your whole agenda, what you want to do, everybody already knows it, man. Everybody already knows what you plan on doing. It's like an open book now.
Yeah.
It used to be hidden. It's an open book. The average motherfucker that smokes smoke some shit and they just get together and talk about
it. They know about the Illuminati.
Yeah.
They know about Bilderberg meetings and they know about it. They know they don't have the spirit, but they still,
Know how you know it's on that simple level now? TikTok. Every time I click on TikTok, it's somebody going into Esau shit, man, deep into his knowledge of, that he used to hide.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't the doctors tell you about that toothpaste is poison? There's this random shit that Esau has been doing to the world. People are on it,
It's a Jake out there that knows so much about the vaccine now.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, they put this MR5 in there. And
yeah. This is all part of the fall, man.
Yeah.
You're a forger of lies, man. Physicians of no value. Yeah, it's all coming out, man. Keep going.
Is 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
And that's where he's at with it right now. All right, with his AI, he got his little space force. All right, what's that one lady that did that interview that's getting taken down for YouTube right now? Catherine Austin Fitz.
Yeah.
Mr. Global. You with your plans thinking that you're gonna get everything all pretty much sold up, man. Try to control the heavens. Talking about calling them the guardian angels and shit. Come on, man. Guardian of the galaxies. Yeah, it's time for you to go, man. It's that time. You gotten beside yourself. All right, and you finna get brought down, man, straight to the pit. All right, go ahead.
Yep, let's continue. And it reads, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Yep.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof?
Damn.
That opened not the house of his prison?
This weekend, dude? This was him?
It makes it. I always think about that scene that we always bring up in the world. I mean, not world. The world's the Planet of the Apes. And he read the 29th scroll, 6th verse. Beware the beast, man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
for he is the devil's pawn.
Yeah.
You know, and he just laid it out, man.
So accurate, man.
Don't-
That's
don't
what
let
that
him
from the
breathe
60s.
The numbers.
Yeah. So let him read the numbers. Well, you would make a desert of your home,
Yeah.
of his house and
And
yours. You know, and that's literally what Esau did. He turned certain cities into desolate wilderness, man. Dystopias. You know, you saw what he did to Iraq. You saw what he did to Libya. You saw what he did to Yugoslavia.
Japan.
What they did to Japan, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Come on, man. But once your ass is finally cut out, the world ain't got to worry about that stress anymore. About worrying about if Esau is going to come and bomb them. Okay? Because you're going to finally be put down, man. That's finish it.
All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. What?
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
There's Sirach 25 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
Man.
Yeah, we watching the fall.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why we over here, the prophets is over here that know the full end of this man, seeing that it's happening. We over here rejoicing, man. High-fiving, praising Yahweh Shem Yahshua. You know? As the rest of you that's trying to hold on, help Esau hold his world up, we laughing at y'all, man.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's gonna collapse right on you. The more you try to hold it up.
Yeah, because it hasn't he had his time, man, and it hasn't ended.
I got that.
It hasn't ended, man. All right. The Lord set him up for a period of time, but hey, you know, you got to talk about that the proverb in Job. Know that the triumph of the wicked is short.
That's not the one I had.
But the joy of a hypocrite is but for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You can try to hang on to it with all this, you know, you fighting and Mr. Patriotic and I serve my country. I'm you know, conservative Christian, white supremacy, white Jesus. That shit is played out, man. It's getting ready to fizzle out. All right, the standard is getting ready to change.
Standard about to be raised up against your ass.
Hey, and it is. Hey, we're holding up the standard against you, man. Okay, there's a paradigm shift. Okay, the kingdom is getting ready to be translated.
That's right.
Right, so everything that you're trying to hang on to, hey, guess what? It's coming right into our hands, man. All right.
Can I hit this one real quick?
Yep.
This is Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined."
Hey, we read that earlier. It got to be brought back out. That's the spirit.
Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Funny, I broke it down the first time. That's the spirit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this man his end has to come. He has to reiterate it, I guess you can say now, that has to. You have to understand that there has to be an end to this man's kingdom, man.
It has to.
It has to fall.
Hey, because if not, it would be no flesh left to be saved.
That's right.
You know, this man, he's just on full attack mode, man. You know, this dude trying to splice everything. He's trying to genetically manipulate everything, modify
No
everything.
no flesh of animals.
Yeah, it'll be
humans,
nothing.
nothing.
It will be nothing, man.
No flesh of the fruit, nothing, man.
Yeah. So he got to be taken out, man. All right. That's just the only solution. And the Lord's gonna do just that, man. All right. So hey, you know, we you know, we're gonna end out, you know, but hey, this you know, continue to watch these devils, man.
Yeah.
You know, and,
Hey,
and
enjoy the
how it's
show.
all ending for.
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
And as we so like, if I may say, if we doing Great Millstone, hey, don't be out there in the midst of their folly. Don't get the close up, man, because Esau too wild. Not that we're worried about that, but it's not for us to go out there and be another element in that. Okay?
Stay in your lane. This is our lane right
Our
here.
lane is just prophesy this and watch, man.
Yep.
We're told to watch
Watch
as well
and
as
pray.
pray. Yeah.
That's it. That's all we need to be doing, man. All right. So, well, anyway, with that, we're gonna close out. We're gonna give all the praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash.
honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone. We will peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. We're gonna say Shalom while Bob was ball.
All